Welcome to All Force e-learning classes. In session 19, we have discussed about classification of alcohols and how to give the names for given alcohol. Based on the IUPAC nomenclature rules, we can write that names. Now, in session 20, we will discuss about isomerism. Given alcohol exhibit what type of isomerism, or isomerism is possible or not, and then preparation of alcohols. In session 20, we will discuss that concepts. First one is isomerism. Isomerism. So, isomerism means what here? Isomerism means the organic compounds which are having same chemical formula, but exhibit different structures are called isomers. Isomers. So here alcohols is given. Alcohol means the compounds are having OH group is generally called what? Alcohols. Here number of carbons are 2, number of hydrogens 6, number of oxygens 1. So CN H2N plus 2O. Alcohol's general molecular formula is CN H2N plus 2ON. So alcohols exhibit structural isomerism and stereoisomerism. Stereoisomerism. Based on the given alcohol structure, we can explain what type of stereoisomerism is possible. Given compound exhibit geometrical isomerism or optical isomerism, that is totally different. Whatever molecule is given, based on the molecule arrangement, atoms arrangement, we can explain that concept. Now here, if you take structural isomerism means the compounds are having same chemical formula, but differ in the connectivity, having number of isomers are called what? Structural isomerism. Now, structural isomerism means, if you take first one is chain isomerism. Chain isomerism means what here? The organic compounds which are having same chemical formula, but differ in the number of carbons in a longest chain form is called what? Chain isomers. The organic compounds which are having same chemical formula but differ in the number of carbons in a longest chain form is called chain isomers. For example here, butanol is given, butyl alcohol, butanol compound is given, butanol alcohol, OH. So in a given long chain form, how many number of carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is C4 compound, C4 chain compound. Here 1, 2, 3 parent chain having number of carbons are 3. Here C3 compound, C3 chain compound. Chemical formula same, number of carbons are 4, number of hydrogens same, but differ in the number of carbons in longest chain form. Both are chain isomers. How many minimum number of carbons required to exhibit chain isomerism for alcohols means minimum number of carbons are 4 here. Supposed to be, if the given alcohol is having only one carbon, no chain isomerism, because only one carbon, there is no chance to change that position. For example, given alcohol having 2 carbons. 2 carbons means what? Only one CC bond. Again same thing. If you take propyl alcohol, No changes, because if you change the position means supposed to be, if you take propane, your propane alcohol is given. If you take like this, we have to take longest chain 1 2 3 again, same thing. That's why wherever alcohol is given, if the alcohols are having more than 3 carbons, nothing but 4 onwards, compounds exhibit chain isomerism. Chain isomerism. For example, pentanol is given. Pentanol is given. Pentanol converted into butanol. Butanol converted into propanol also possible here. So nothing but substituents are there here. So for example, here C is given. Here C is given OH 1 2 3 4 5. 1 pentanol. 1 pentanol. Here 2 methyl butanol. 2 methyl butanol. Here 2 methyl butanol. 2 dimethyl propanol. So this is a way to write that number of chain isomers for a given alcohol. For a given alcohol, nothing but the alcohols exhibit chain isomerism. Second one, functional isomerism. Functional isomerism. Functional isomerism. So the organic compounds are having same chemical formula, but different the functions are called functional isomers. Formula should be same. Where is the difference in this one? Having different functions. Supposed to be A and B both are having same chemical formula. Here A having alkali functional group, B having ether functional group. This type of isomers are called what? Functional isomers. For example, here CH3, CH2, OH is given. CH3, CH2, OH. Nothing but C2, H6O. Here also same thing. CH3O, CH3 is given. C2. Number of carbons are 2. Number of hydrogens are 6. Number of oxygens are 1. So Cn, H2n plus 2O. Cn, H2n plus 2O. Having same chemical formula. First one and second one both are having same chemical formula. What is the difference in between them? Functions. One is having alcoholic functional group, one is having ether functional group. Alcohols and ethers are functional isomers. Alcohols and ethers are functional isomers. For example, here CH3, CH2, again CH2, again CH2OH is given. CH3, CH2O, again CH2, CH3 is given. Butanol compound, diethyl ether, diethyl ether or ethoxy ether, both are functional isomers. Both are having same number of carbons, same number of hydrogens, same number of oxygens, but differ in the functions. So due to that reason, the compound is generally called what? Functional isomers. Functional isomers, both are functional isomers. Alcohols and ethers are functional isomers. This is a way to explain that concept. Next one, positional isomers. Positional isomers. Positional isomers means organic compounds are having same chemical formula, but differ in the position of groups are called what? Positional isomers. Having same chemical formula, wherever group is given, the group position is different. Supposed to be X and Y both are positional isomers. Nothing but in X compound, the second carbon having OH group. In Y compound, the first carbon having OH group. So based on the OH group position, we can explain position isomerism is possible or not. For example, here CH3 is given, CH2 is given, CH2 OH is given, 1 propanol, 1 propanol. Again, same compound, nothing but same chemical formula. Here OH is given like this, 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2, 3. The second carbon is carrying OH group, 2 propanol, 2 propanol. What is the difference in between them? OH group position is different. OH group position is different. This type of isomers are called what? Positional isomers. 1 propanol, 2 propanol, 1 butanol, 2 butanol, 1 pentanol, 2 pentanol, 3 pentanol, like this. Based on the position of OH group, we can explain position isomerism is possible or not here. Position isomerism is possible or not. So, alcohols exhibit positional isomerism. Positional isomerism. Next. Based on the double bond nature and single bond nature, if the compounds are having OH group, the compound exhibit geometrical isomerism, cis-trans isomerism. But that is totally different when compared to simple compounds. So, same groups on same side is given, cis opposite side is given, trans. Wherever structure is given, based on the structure we can explain that concept here. Alcohols exhibit stereoisomerism, means geometrical and optical. Geometrical means double bonded compounds exhibit geometrical isomerism. Now if you take optical isomerism, optical isomerism means the compound should have the at least one chiral center, or even though compound is not carrying chiral center, the compound should absent symmetry elements. If symmetry elements are absent, that compound exhibit optical isomerism. So, but simple compound is given, the main criteria is compound should have the at least one asymmetric center or chiral center or stereogenic center, then compound exhibit optical isomerism. For example, here 2-butanol compound is given, 2-butanol compound is given, 2-butanol means according to this center or second carbon, the second carbon is having OH group, hydrogen, methyl and ethyl. 4 different groups are there. The center is generally called chiral center or asymmetric center. So, this compound exhibit optical isomerism. Non-superimposable mirror image relationship is generally called what? Enantiomers. D form and L form is possible here. So, if the compounds are carrying chiral center or chiral carbon, exhibit optical isomerism. This is the way to explain the isomerism of alcohols. Preparation of alcohols. Preparation of alcohols. Preparation of alcohols. So, various methods are there to prepare the alcohols. We will see one by one here. Preparation of alcohols. First one is preparation of alcohols. First one is from alkyl halides. From alkyl halides. Alkyl halides mainly undergoes nucleophilic substitution reactions, and elimination reactions also possible here. Based on the reagent, we can write that product wherever reaction is given. So here alkyl halides is given means alkyl halides are derivative of alkenes, alcohols are derivative of alkenes, nothing but hydrogens are replaced by OH group here. So here preparation of alcohols from alkyl halides means hydrolysis of alkyl halides by using the aqueous KOH or NaOH or moisture silver oxides or aqueous potassium carbonate or sodium carbonate, then only we can get alcohols wherever alkyl halides reacts with these reagents. So here for example here Rx is given, X is equal to halogen, X is equal to halogen, X is equal to halogen here. It reacts with aqueous KOH or NaOH form the alcohols. The X minus is substituted by incoming OH group. X minus is substituted by incoming OH group. The product is alcohol. The product is alcohol here. For example here CH3 is given, again CH2OH is given. CH2OH is given. Here aqueous KOH is given. Aqueous KOH is given. This is not a satisfactory method. This is not a satisfactory method. Why? Because aqueous KOH is given. Aqueous KOH is given. The Cl group is replaced by OH. As a major product is alcohols. Some minor products also possible alkenes. Some minor products also possible alkenes here. So here CH3 again CH2OH group. The chlorine is substituted by OH group here. But instead of aqueous KOH or aqueous NaOH, if you take moisture silver oxide or aqueous potassium carbonate or sodium carbonate, will get good yield when compared to this method. That means here Rx is given, Rx, the compound reacts with silver hydroxide. Then X is replaced by OH here. When compared to these methods, we'll get more amount of yield in this method here. Better method to prepare the alcohols from alkyl halide when compared to above methods here. But based on the connectivity of X, we can explain what type of alkyl halide involved in these reactions. Nothing but based on the connectivity of X means totally 3 types of alkyl halides are there: primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, tertiary alkyl halide. You remember always simple compounds gives good yield in these reactions when compared to complicated, nothing but more substituted alkyl halides. Why? Because more substituted alkyl halides is given. If you want to replace that X, will get a minor product as alkene. Minor product will get alkenes in this case reactions. Nothing but simple alkyl halide is given. For example, primary alkyl halides gives good yield when compared to secondary and tertiary alkyl halides. All these alkyl halides gives alcohols, but when primary to secondary, second to tertiary means amount of formation of alcohol decreases. So for example here CH3 is given, here Br is given, here CH3 is given, again CH3 is given. Compound reacts with NaOH or KOH or AgOH, whatever one you can take here, NaOH or KOH or AgOH, whatever one you can take here. Or water is given, H2O is given, supposed to be H2O is given. H plus OH minus. H plus OH minus means first step is removal of bromine. Removal of bromine here. CH plus. Again CH3, again CH3. According to connectivity of that given substrate. So the formed carbocation is secondary. How can you say that one? Based on the connectivity of carbons. How many carbon-carbon bonds? 2 carbon-carbon bonds. 2 carbon-carbon bond. But the adjacent carbon has tertiary nature. Hydrogen shift is possible in this case. So, less stable carbocation convert into more stable. According to stability order, tertiary carbocation stability is greater than, secondary is greater than primary. Primary here. So, here secondary carbocation convert into tertiary means tertiary is more stable intermediate when compared to secondary. So, that means CH3 again CHH, here CH3 again CH3 plus. Formed one is tertiary carbocation. Formed one is tertiary carbocation. Next step is nucleophile attacking step. Which one is nucleophile? OH minus is nucleophile. OH minus is nucleophile here. That means here CH3 again CH2. CH3 again CH3 is possible. So this is a way to write that product wherever different type of alkyl halide is given. First we have to observe the what type of connectivity is there in between the carbon atoms and in between the carbon and halogen atom. Based on that connectivity we can write that product. If rearrangement is possible, then we have to write the rearrangement. If there is no rearrangement means need not to write that rearrangement, directly you can write wherever halogen is present, that halogen present on given substrate, just remove that halogen, then add that nucleophile, incoming nucleophile. So here based on that concept, here primary alkyl halide is given, tertiary alkyl halide is given. Primary is given means there is no doubt that one undergoes binuclear nucleophilic substitution reaction. Wherever tertiary is given, that one undergoes SN1 reaction. If secondary alkyl halide is given, based on the reagent we can write that mechanism, that molecule, given molecule follows that unimolecular reactions mechanism or bimolecular reaction mechanism. Already we have discussed that concept. Based on the strength of nucleophile we can write. So in alkyl halides we have completed that concept here. Strong nucleophile is given, we have to write the bimolecular mechanism. Weak nucleophile is given, we have to write that unimolecular nucleophilic mechanism here. This is the way to prepare that alcohols from a given alkyl halides. From a given alkyl halides. When compared to aqueous KOH, aqueous NaOH, moisture silver oxide is given, or aqueous sodium carbonate is given, or potassium carbonate is given, we will get more amount of product. Now next preparation method is preparation of alkyl halide from alkenes. Alkenes means olefins. That means these compounds are carrying double bonds. Wherever double bonds or triple bonded compound is given, most of the cases the double bonded compounds or triple bonded compounds undergoes electrophilic addition reactions. Based on the given reagent, nothing but electrophilic addition reaction is given. How to write the product? Based on the Markovnikov rule. Markovnikov product is possible or anti-Markovnikov product is possible means based on the reagent we can write that products. Here simple alkene is given, alkene undergoes hydrolysis reactions from the alcohols. Alkenes reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid form the alkyl sulfate compounds. The alkyl sulfate compound undergoes decomposition or heating with or boiling with water from the alcohols. Wherever simple water addition is given from the alcohol, wherever diluted H2SO4 is given from the alcohol. This is the way to write that products here. For example, here ethylene molecule is given C double bond C, ethylene molecule, addition of water here. Addition of water means OH and H. OH and H. Here C double bond C is given. C double bond C is given means first step is electrophilic addition step. First step is electrophilic addition step. So according to Markovnikov rule, in electrophilic addition reactions, always electrophile is added to less substituted carbon which is having more number of hydrogens. The nucleophile is added to more substituted carbon which is having less number of hydrogens. But wherever symmetric molecule is given, need not to follow that Markovnikov rule. This one is symmetric compound. Both ends are having same number of hydrogens. If you add the electrophile, left side or right side doesn't matter, we'll get same product. So which is going to lose the electron? This one. It gains positive charge. Then second step is nucleophile attacking step. The nucleophile is added to C. So here this is the way to write that product or mechanism. Simple water molecular addition is given, or whatever water addition is given, types of additions. So based on the molecule we can write product. The molecule, given molecule follows that Markovnikov rule or not means based on the structure or connectivity of carbons. Connectivity of carbons here. For example, here CH3, CH double bond, again CS2 is given. Concentrated, cold concentrated H2SO4, you remember. Cold concentrated H2SO4 is given. It absorbs the alkenes. So what will happen here? H plus HSO4 minus. Given substrate or given reactant is unsymmetric molecule. According to Markovnikov rule, electrophile is added to less substituted carbon which is having more number of hydrogens. Then CH3, again CH, here CH2H plus, it gains plus, secondary carbocation is formed here. Next step is HSO4 minus is added to the second carbon. Alkyl sulfate compounds are formed here. Alkyl sulfate compounds. Again, boiling with water. Boiling with water. Boiling with water. Boiling with water means the HSO4 minus is substituted by OH minus, then form the CS3CH, OH, again CH3. 2-propanol compound is formed here. 2-propanol compound is formed here. So if you apply the warm water or boiled water, the HSO4 minus is substituted by OH minus, HSO4 and H plus form the H2SO4. This is the way to write that product. To write that product here. For example, here CS3 is given, double bond, again CS2 is given. CS2 is given. Addition is water addition. Here H2O. H plus OH minus. H plus OH minus. H plus is electrophile. OH minus is nucleophile. The OH minus is added to where? More substituted carbon which is having less number of hydrogens. H plus is added to where? Less substituted carbon which is having more number of hydrogens. So here CH3, again CH3, here CH2, H plus is added to this one, form the more stable intermediate. Second step is nucleophile attacking step. Second step is the nucleophile attacking step here. Form the 2-methyl prop 2-ol. Form the 2-methyl prop 2-ol here. But based on the given structure, we can write the rearrangement. Wherever the reaction proceeds via carbocation intermediate, rearrangement is possible here. That means based on the connectivity, you have to write the rearrangement. Simple molecule is given, need not to write that rearrangement. Directly you can write product. So rearrangement is possible or not means based on the connectivity in between the two carbon atoms. Primary convert into secondary, secondary convert into tertiary. This is the way to write that rearrangement. Less stable carbocation convert into more stable carbocation is called what? Wagner-Mervian rearrangement here. So thank you. Remaining example we will see in next session.